We bike. Yes, sir. We bike. Yes, sir. The most valuable podcast. The most valuable podcast. We are back. Episode 72. Diddy trial update verdict. We trying to get to that verdict. I am your host with the most, you know what I'm talking about, from straight coming from the West Coast. Cinco Band's the man, trying to get 100 grand. You know I got the plan, and I can't do it without you. Yes, sir. Let's get into it, man. We bike. We gotta get straight on this verdict. We trying to see what it do, though. We up early. You already know. I'm up early with the birds chirping. Shout out to everybody that's going their way to work, on their way to school, on their way to their little yeah. You feel me? Peace, love, and prosperity. Make sure y'all hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I hope I am keeping you guys entertained. Are you not entertained? Yes. I hope I'm keeping you guys entertained. We went 30 days strong. Hold it now.
If anything, if Diddy's probably saying, bitch, I deserve a refund. That's what he's thinking. I should have never paid your ass, and your ass would have still been broke. You'd have showed up with your big ass belly, and I would have laughed at you in court and said, enjoy poverty. And yes, they're going to look at me like Chris Brown for the rest of my life, but fuck it, I'm a billionaire. But you'd have still been broke. I think that's what Diddy's thinking. I should have never gave you shit. Because Diddy gave her the money, hoping it didn't get here, and it got here, and then he paid it. So now he's like, fuck, I should have paid this motherfucker.
Was so intense. I mean, many of you've probably seen the news already, but he was found not guilty on racketeering, not guilty on the sex trafficking of both Cassie and Jane, and then he was found guilty on both of the Mann Act violations. So it was crazy. So it really, hey Carrie, good morning. Really, the jury got in around 9. I mean,
What does that mean?
I was in line in the security line at, I don't know, maybe.
We got a not guilty on the racketeering, guys. Straight not guilty. You know what I'm talking about? We got a not guilty on the trafficking, guys. Not guilty on the trafficking on part 2 on the second victim. But he did get found guilty of the Mann Act, so we got to see what's going on with that.
Diddy beat the feds. That boy a bad man. Beat the Rico. Okay, give it up, Fifth. That's a bad fucking man right there. He say he's the gay John Gotti. He's the gay John Gotti. Oh my God. Wait, Uncle Lop, hold on. I don't mean to interrupt you, Lauren. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But where Unc at? Oh.
The judge read the...
Unc was the only person who was keeping it a bean. The jury's like Unc.
Back to the jury. Asked the foreman of the jury. Everybody stood up. The overflow courtroom was packed. Standing room only. Standing in the back, kneeling on the floor, sitting on the floor. Marshal in the overflow telling everybody to shut up and be quiet. The judge said, all rise. The judge turned to the foreman of the jury and asked them, what's your verdict on count 1? The dude hollered back, not guilty, on Rico. The judge checked back with him, says, what about count 2? SEX trafficking and Cassie. Foreman of the jury said, not guilty.
Let's go.
The judge stopped back at him, says, what about the transportation to engage in the selling of person. The jury foreman said guilty. As to count 4, SEX trafficking of Jane Doe. What's your verdict? Not guilty. SEX selling up the body for Jane Doe. Guilty. Puffy beat the feds on a RICO, which carried a life sentence. Puffy beat the feds on SEX trafficking, which carried a minimum of 20,
15.
maximum of life.
15 to
He
life.
beat him. He took him to trial and he beat him. Straight up, fair and square. Even though they cheated. Even though they cheated.
How they cheat, Unc? Tell me how they
Even though
cheated.
they cheated.
Go ahead, pop it.
Even though they cheated.
Start popping it, Unc. Unc finna pop it. Now,
Even
Unc
though
finna
they
pop it.
cheated.
Talk about it, Unc.
Even though the feds cheated. He beat him fair and square.
Now, Unc about to start popping it now.
He beat him fair and square.
Unc about to start popping it.
Tenny Garagos is crying. Tenny
start
Garagos is crying. She blowing her nose. Wiping her eyes. Tenny Garagos is crying.
They said not guilty?
Not guilty. Tenny Garagos was crying. Puffy looking over at the jury, doing this to all the jurors. Thank you, thank you. All Zone and Fitness. I got the best coffee in the world. My coffee the best. All Zone Fitness. Thank you for the super chat. Mark Agnifilo. Mark Agnifilo sitting on the corner. He chilling like Matt Dillon, ain't robbing, ain't stealing. He just sitting there like, yeah. Brian Steele over there posted up like this.
Diddy beat the feds. Diddy beat the feds.
Right here.
Diddy beat the feds, y'all. Diddy beat the feds.
This is the latest update. Later, 2 of his sons brought female friends, and the group squeezed about 10 people in a row that normally fits 8. This is when he prayed. There's one new update. The mother and the sister are now in court, and Diddy lawyers are still meeting with him in private as we wait for the verdict to be read in court. This is the moment, people. This is the moment. We're following from CNN, the live feed there. We're following also Inner City Press, and I would imagine that Law and Crimes probably has their person outside. Well, they double duty. They have one inside and one outside. I don't know if they got an earpiece or something. But
both are joining us. So very quick, since I last spoke to you, that verdicts come in. Just Candace, what's your reaction? I mean,
yeah. So let's see. Diddy's now in the courtroom. This is gonna happen in the next 2-3 minutes, chat. Open up that poll. In the next 2-3 minutes, I would imagine Diddy's gonna know the fate of his next 20 years. Will he be able to walk out this court theoretically? Because even if he's acquitted, he still has to get processed out. He doesn't just walk out the courtroom. But will he leave today as a free man, or will he not see freedom for another 20 years? Will he ever see outside of a prison cell or a prison facility ever again? We're gonna find out very shortly. All his kids are there, I would imagine. I would imagine, except the baby. Even though the mother of the baby, which is Dana Tran, she has been at the most important dates of this trial. You have to remember, she is just as family as everybody else. Diddy has a mixed family where I believe he has three with Kim Porter. He has one with Misa, or 2, and Sarah Chaplin. There's 1, and he's pretty much adopted Quincy, and he has a baby with Dana Tran. So he has kids with a few different women, and I could imagine, he's been their financial support. Of course, his mother as well, Janice. They're all there and hoping to hear something good. Here's something good. Here we go, people. Each refresh, we might get it. Okay. Wow.
We were not expecting this verdict. P. Diddy's family walked out of the courtroom. I watched them go. Everyone thought, okay, that's the way it's going to be. And all of a sudden, they're coming right back in. We're getting the rush. And again, it just wasn't expected after 1 hour of deliberation this morning.
One update again, Sean Combs has entered the courtroom. He looked at his family. Again, his mom and his sister are there right now. He looked at his family, nodded his head, and flashed a small smile.
Okay. Yes. Entered the courtroom, looked at his family, nodded his head, flashed a small smile. He's brought in by U.S. Marshals. He's seated. Brian Steele's on his left. Tenny Garagos on his right. His family's in the second row. This is so nervous, chat. Nerve-wracking. Very, very nerve-wracking. I can't believe we're about to... This is like the conclusion of just a surreal case. Unfortunately, we don't have video of what's happening in court. We have to take these written. By the way, Fox News. Let me go look at Fox News. Fox News has what? Fox News has Fox News NY. Fox News NY. They usually have somebody who's going to communicate outside of court. They're not live. They're dropping the ball. They're on some Trump shit. The first couple of days they were there. Fox no 5 NY. Fox 5 NY. They gotta be there. Okay, they are.
Deadlock, or was that the jury process? The judge seemed to think it was a jury process, as we're going to tell them tomorrow.
Look at this.
They start really around 9 o'clock, so really within an hour, they reached an agreement on it. Now, you asked us to describe what's going on out here. It has been nothing short of like packed out here every single day. But in the last 10 minutes since that note went out, there's been a flurry of activity. You see everybody getting set over there. There's a podium over there. This is what we call a pen. They're penned in there. There are cameras floating around, getting ready.
Okay, all right. We have another tweet. So it's Judge Submaranium is in, and he says, "Listen, we've received a note at 9:52. It reads, we have reached a verdict on all counts. Do we have anything to address before we bring our jury out? We hear no. The judge says I need y'all to maintain order while the verdict is being read, and until we have the jury out of the room." So very momentarily, we are going to know the fate of Sean P. Diddy Combs, a.k.a. Brother Love, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. whatever you want to call him. We'll figure this out very shortly. There's usually a slight delay.
Ready to talk to maybe prosecutors who sometimes...
By the way, there is going to be a potential press conference. Obviously, if he beats the case, maybe his lawyers want to say a word. But if he doesn't beat the case, they probably won't do a press conference. Also, the prosecutors, they have mics set up right outside the courthouse that they could say stuff. It's just kind of nerve-wracking, chat. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not going to lie.
Sometimes do not talk after a verdict right in front of the courthouse. Sometimes they speak at the U.S. Attorney's Office, which would be 26 Federal Plaza. And it seems like everybody's positioning themselves for that. And then there's an added element, and you've been aware of this, Antoine, of a sort of social media factor involved here. There are a lot of people who have been live streaming on social media. That presence has been in the dozens. And even in the hot weather and the rainy weather yesterday.
They have now instructed the jury to enter the room. The judge says, I'll ask our deputy to bring our jury back in. Sean Combs remains seated. All 8 of his attorneys are standing up. All 8 are standing up. The judge says, all rise. Diddy then stands up. The jury has now entered. They're going to do a literal question and say, hey, listen, are the verdict that you guys are going to read, are those true? And was it ever influenced by anyone else. And if it says no, he's going to say, please deliver the verdict. And we're going to see what the foreman says the verdict is. This is a chest pounding. I feel like I could hear my heart pounding. The entire hip hop, I imagine, is interested in this moment. Okay. The jury is entering the courtroom. The judge asks the jury foreperson to confirm the panel has gotten a verdict. The foreperson has confirmed that they have reached a unanimous verdict on all 5 counts. On all 5 counts, people. Juror 5 is the foreperson. Says, receive your note, juror number 5. Have you reached a verdict? We have is a unanimous yes. Please provide the verdict for the deputy. Wow. Here's the update. The foreperson is gonna read the verdict. Wow. Okay, it's about to happen right now, chat. It's happening right at this moment. So if you were spiritually in that courtroom, you would be hearing what's gonna happen. Now, remember we just showed you the verdict sheet. And in the verdict sheet, right? In the verdict sheet, this is how it looks. We showed you this. So they're going to go down and say, in count 1, we find the defendant either guilty or not guilty. I don't know if they're going to be instructed to read this, but the attorneys could ask. We can't miss the moment, chat. We can't miss the moment. Here we go. In the matter, count 1, not guilty. Count 2, not guilty. Holy shit. In the matter of count 1, not guilty. Racketeering, he beat. Sex trafficking of Cassie, he beat. Transportation, I told you, he got that one, but he be fine. He be out in a couple months. He be straight. Oh, we back on road, chat. Oh, we back on road. We back on road, chat. We back on road. Yo, Cassie, get the fuck on out of here, Cassie. Get the fuck on out of here. Yeah, my boy was doing some prostitution shit. He should have been just doing the escorting, but he wasn't sex trafficking them hoes. Come on, man. Come on, man. If he definitely not guilty for Cassie, he ain't guilty for Jane Doe. She's a hoe. She a hoe. She's a fucking hoe. That's a fact. Here we go. Here we go. Listen, you know what this means? All you other bitches that had whatever type of thoughts like, oh yeah, that's sex trafficking? No, it ain't, hoe. You hoes gonna have to live on your knees for life. I'm sorry, okay? This is at least some redemption for Diddy. This is some redemption for Diddy. Hold on. Come on. Where's the fucking update? Come on, Inner City Press. Sex trafficking for Jane Doe? No! Not guilty! Transportation? Guilty. 2 out of 5, chat. That boy beat the case. He beat the case. He beat the case. He beat the case. He might even come home today. Time served, man. Time served. All you Cassie Jane Doe hoes, it's a wrap for y'all. That shit is over. And they should, I wish this judge would dismiss all them civil suits too. All y'all niggas, go back to being broke. It's okay. Give this nigga back his baby oil and let him go have his Astro Glide. Let that man go back to the pre-freak office crazy chat. I might have to put in an RSVP. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, chat. I might have to RSVP, chat. I might have to be the next one, chat. I ain't gonna lie to you. My boy beat the case. My boy beat the case. My boy really beat the case. No fucking way. He really beat the case.
Blaze one for Diddy.
Yo, if I was J-Lo is getting tossed out of that $10,000 a month crib like Jazzy Jeff in Fresh Prince. Get that hoe on out of here, man. Go back to 5th. Go back to 5th. Go back to 50. Go over there. Nah, 5th, you gonna be tight. That nigga did not get on Twitter. Yo, Brian Steele. My boy take no L's, man. Somebody said me happy for him is weird. What do you think I'm supposed to be sad? Nigga, I watched the trial and I covered it just like
y'all.
Gotta
be happy.
Cassie and them was over whooping.
Straight up, it was over whooping.
They were over
sure.
whooping.
They were over whooping for sure. And for a black man to beat the case in trial, you have to be excited for him. I don't give a fuck. I didn't beat the state in trial, but I've never experienced the feds, and I don't want to. And that's why I cleaned my life up. But he won. God damn it! Big ups. The Diddler shall return.
It's over. He beat a Rico. It's over. And only got found. Nah, Diddy really spanked this motherfucking case. Diddy really spanked this motherfucking case. He really spanked this motherfucking case, man.
Child Services, they also put together a memo.
Yo, Diddy
they will
goated.
interview Mr.
Diddy
Combs.
goated.
They will
Diddy
each
goated.
of those three branches, if you
Diddy's
will,
goated.
come up what they believe an appropriate
Diddy's
sentence
goated.
is, and then ultimately it's up to the judge to formulate whatever sentence he sees fit in this particular case.
And we'll get some reaction. I'm still waiting to get the description of what the courtroom was like in this moment with Sean Combs being found guilty on the most serious charge of racketeering conspiracy. But Candace, as you look at the not guilty verdict, what could the prosecution look back on?
Wait, why they say guilty? Oh, it's not guilty. It's not guilty, right? Why that nigga just said he's found? He's found
He's
not
guilty
guilty
on those 2 charges. He
One
think
count.
those 2 charges is gonna.
Guilty of Huh? Oh, we got racketeering? Oh, never mind. Wait. Wait. Whoa. If he got racketeering, he's still cooked. Wait, hold on now. Wait, he got racketeering? So it's 3 out of 5. No, Inner City Press had it wrong. Oh, no, he's cooked. He's cooked. My bad. Oops. Oops. My bad. Yo, no, look, it said not guilty for count 1 is racketeering. So it's not me that got it wrong. Press. But CNN is saying not guilty for sex trafficking. Oh, never mind. Wait, hold on. Am I high? Am I stupid? Oh, okay, but not guilty. Oh, okay. Nah, Diddy won. Spanked it. Diddy spanked it. Nigga, he spanked it. Never mind. But not guilty of sex trafficking and racketeering. So what was this nigga talking about? I just heard him say that. Not guilty on 3 counts. Diddy won.
Or do they make them consecutive, because they can do that with 2 charges, and you can give them, 8-10 years. Now you're talking 16 to 20 if you put them together. So that's going to be something to look forward to look to in the future. But the big news is that the more serious charges, particularly the RICO charge, which would have put him away for life, he was found not guilty of.
They must have been close to a decision last night because they didn't.
Yo, let me tell you this, and the juror's gonna say it. Diddy had 3 of them people up in there. 3 jurors who was like, man, y'all niggas is tripping. We not finna put Diddy in no goddamn jail for no RICO, my nigga. There's 3 jurors up in there. I don't know who they are, but 3 of them was up in there. I'm telling you, they was banding up. I could tell they was like, yo, listen, we not giving him no sex trafficking charges. Yo, if they were not guilty on both Cassie and both Jane, they should have ended it yesterday, man. That's clip. If Diddy not guilty for sex trafficking, fuck them hoes. Not guilty on everything. Prostitution, y'all niggas pay for pussy too. Get out of here, man. Let that boy free, man. Y'all niggas pay for pussy too. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro. I'm sorry. And for the people who, listen, I'm just going off the verdict. Just like y'all niggas was going off the allegations. But them hoes got up there and lied. Y'all bitches was sucking dick, getting peed on. You know why? Because you wanted Diddy. He ain't sex traffic you. He did beat your ass up. He did. But this ain't a beat your ass case. You got to go to the beat your ass case. This ain't a beat your ass case. And you got the 20 mil for the beat your ass. Okay? The facts is the facts. The feminist model, tight. They couldn't wait for Diddy to be cooked. Yo, R. Kelly was preparing the bunk. Like, all right, this is gonna be for you. Let me come in here. Diddy's like, hold up, man. Hold on, nigga. I'm going back to the crib. Prepare to freak off at 2-Star Island, nigga. Holy shit.
There would have been, because the other 2 charges, the sex trafficking, 15 years is the minimum for that. Right. So now you're convicted of something where 10 years is the maximum. Right. So you've totally flipped the script, if you will, and you've got to be relieved if you're Sean Diddy Combs. And apparently his reaction in the courtroom and that of his family was one of relief.
Yeah, let me see if there's any more reaction that people are reporting on right now. Mark Agnifilo, Sean Combs' lead lawyer, has.
Okay, so by the way, I think they're gonna do a press conference. This is a fair verdict. This is a verdict that they had to tell Diddy. We didn't really put that much opposition or defense up against the prostitution stuff, but it doesn't have a mandatory minimum. We could do some shit with time served. You've been locked up. You've been locked up for damn near 10 months. These sentencing guidelines, you're not a felon. You've never fought a federal charge. 10 is the max. You're not gonna get nowhere near the max. They're usually gonna sentence him to a year and a day. They're gonna get that nigga a year and a day. I can't even see, the government, no matter what they said, coming back and try to get him for 3 years. They're gonna get that boy a year and a day and some probation. They might even take the baby oil and the ankle monitor nigga and go back to 2-Star Island, gang. Like, just don't do it like that, man. Or do some maybe suspended shit. This is where Brian's still gonna be a whiz right here too. And when it comes to federal sentencing, obviously they got to go through probation services because they deal with that. Any incarceration for an inmate, they're gonna suggest and give their review, but it takes them a couple weeks to kind of like come up with something. Obviously, this is something he's not gonna walk out of court today, but essentially, if you ask me, Diddy home before Christmas. If you ask me, Diddy's home before Christmas. So the Christmas freak off is gonna happen. Did my Jamaican accent come out? The Christmas freak off is happening. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's a fact. That's a fact. Yo, Gina Hugh right now, remember she was dipping? Yo, she's like this, like, let me hit the Puff bat phone. Puff, I'm back. I still love you. I didn't take the stand. Could I get my allowance back? Of course. She's back. Yo, I know Meek is texting right now. Hey, big head. Come on, you gotta do it. Got to do it. In all caps, like he's shouting. Hey, big head. Gotta do it. French, you could talk about Diddy now. French. French, you was hiding like you wasn't with the freak off. Stop playing. You could talk about it. He got found not guilty. All that shit was legal, man. All that shit was legal. You could tap back in the game now, man. There's a lot of you niggas running. All y'all niggas that was running, y'all could pop back out. Pop out with the baby oil like it's a rock. It's lit.
Babe, I'm on live stream.
Covering the proceedings that you just described. I'm out here. Everybody has a lot of resources out here. You're looking across.
Young Miami, you a real one too, even though you fucked it up for it. Young Miami, you should have been outside that courtroom with the welcome home Poppy sign. Where was you at? See, you don't want another Maybach. That's your fucking problem. Yo, go Poppy. You should have been outside that courtroom with this sign. Welcome home, Poppy. Where you at, Young Miami? By the way, Diddy got some backed up urine for you. You're still getting peed on. Okay? The courts have ruled your ass getting peed on is not a crime because you love it. Okay? That's what they've said. Cassie loved it. Hey, listen, I'm going with the law. I don't care what none of you hoes say. All that crying Cassie did on the stand, they basically just said, yeah, y'all like problems. Fuck. That's it. He ain't force y'all. He didn't coerce y'all. He did beat y'all ass, but there's no beat your ass charge. He didn't force y'all, coerce y'all. He didn't do it by fraud, by none of that. You people were hoes. That's what, they're not going to tell you, I'm going to tell you. That's the only meaning of the goddamn ruling. Y'all are hoes. Point blank, period. Y'all are hoes, okay? And if y'all think we about to put this man in jail for life because you're a fucking hoe, stop, okay?
Now, so this day is going to unfold in different places, is what we imagine. But right now, you hear there's one gentleman. He's been screaming the whole time. We've been impressed by how he keeps going. But there are a lot of people who are going to have a reaction to this. Certainly, if Sean Diddy comes out of this building, it's going to get really interesting out here. But right now, everybody here is on standby, paying attention to what's happening.
Get a copyright.
In the courtroom upstairs.
I might get a copyright strike for this. I might get a copyright strike for this. I might get a copyright strike for this one. I ain't gonna lie. Hold up. This anthem. They should be bumping this outside the courtroom. Hold on. Wait. This the anthem. Hold on. Wait. Hold up. Put the lyrics in the chat if you know it. Hold up. Hold on.
Where
This is it.
we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped.
Freak offs is not gonna stop. Yo, whoever the biggest 2C dealer is, I might have to cop some to stack up for this. The dealer want me to stack up for y'all. The biggest 2C dealer, holla at me. I'm gonna connect you with Christian Combs. The biggest party finna happen. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's going down by Christmas. The biggest party. Diddy's coming home by Christmas. The biggest party. Okay? The biggest party. Okay? If you got the Tussie, the Valiums, if you got that extra nice Tesla pills, come on, man. If you got to get that ketamine too. Who got the ketamine? Who got the ketamine? Astroglide stock just went up. Nigga, I'm on the stock market. I said Astroglide stock went up. Holy. That must be the bulk order. The bulk order. Okay. By the way, the Feds got to return to Astroglide. You got to return it. You got to return to Astroglide. You got to return to Astroglide. My man had 5,000 bottles for a reason. He's still going to use it. Okay?
Quote, there is a real risk that he will flagrantly disregard orders from the court, and he cited the drugs found in Sean Combs' hotel room before he was arrested last time, September. We just talked about that.
Right, and the judge is saying now that he needs time to think about it.
Oh, so he
needs...
Okay, the updates are... Hold on. Let me just get you the leave. Okay. So count one, racketeering, which carries a maximum life imprisonment, not guilty. A minimum of 15 years for sex trafficking. Cassie, man, Cassie, take your 20 million and bring your stupid ass off, man. You know you was having the time of your life with Diddy, man. Ain't no more. Well, you could get a private jet now. You got $30 million. Why are you so mad? Yes, you were doing some prostitution shit for him. You were a prostitute, and the sex worker was prostitutes. That's basically what this charge means. The court, and I know I'm talking colloquially, but I'm explaining it to you in layman's terms. According to what the court jury has decided, all the conducts of the freak-off was not sex trafficking. It was basically a nigga paying two people to fuck. You're paid two people to fuck. So imagine getting a bitch off Craigslist. I don't know if that still exists. You paid two hoes to fuck. One's a dude, one's a girl. That's it. That's why this nigga got pretty much charged, locked for. That's it. All that, look at the video. She got beat up, pee in the mouth, nut in the nipple. Diddy still gay. In my opinion, gay. The rub the nut in the nipple shit is crazy. But this idea that Diddy sex trafficked these hoes, no. To me, I read count 4 sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Basically, the court has unanimously said, you're a fucking whore. Okay? You're a whore. And now, I gotta say this. Jane Doe, you can't file no defamation lawsuits against people that call you a sex worker, because according to what actually Diddy got found guilty of, he got found guilty of prostitution for sex workers, including you. Count 5. He's found guilty of that. Sex worker. Okay? Yo, I know Diddy's, whatever. And yes, Cassie, you a sex worker too, man. You too. A racketeer, my boy beat it. He beat it. All right? Yo, for the rest of the industry, y'all could go back to y'all regular schedule freak offs. There was some people nervous. Like, they were starting to switch up. Like, I know a few niggas that canceled their freak offs. They're like, yo, I ain't know this shit was illegal. I ain't know this shit was illegal. I'm buying these bitches Birkins for this freak offs. Like, wait, I can't do this no more? Today, they're probably like, yo, reschedule the freak off to Monday. Yeah, it's lit again, bro. The July 4th freak off is back in action. Holy. Okay. Diddy about to be free. The only person left. We got a little legwork to do, but the only person left, top free. Diddy finna hit the road. All right. So you guys know the charges by now. Racketeer conspiracy, not guilty. By the way, again, whether I don't know if we'll probably see. We might not even see a jury sheet. So they might or an explanation from the jury to explain why they were hung up on the conspiracy charge. Because, you know, here's the thing, and this is why the conspiracy charge is interesting. Actually, I do know why they're hung up. Never mind, I know why, right? Because if you believe Diddy engaged in transportation to engage in prostitution, and you convict him of it twice for Cassie and the sex workers, remember, one count or one predicate act, if it's done twice, could actually be the two predicates that needs to be fulfilled for RICO. So the reason why Diddy didn't get a RICO is not because there wasn't predicates. Remember, they gave him 8: arson, witness tampering, bribery, kidnapping, which, by the way,
it had to be 2 within 10 years. But you guys already know he dodged the bullet. Hope he changed his life. Hope he lived righteously now. No more freak offs, buddy. No more gorilla pimping, buddy. All right, welcome home, and God bless. You know, we the best, most valuable podcast. It's your boy Cinco Benz the Man. Now's the time to hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you're your first time coming to the channel, welcome. Hey, man, it's your boy, man. We was here for the Diddy verdict, and you guys got it live. Enjoy your days. Until next time, it's your boy Cinco Benz the Man, trying to get $100 grand. And we are the most valuable podcast.